Hi, this is Hayden with the Gazelle Gadget Lab. Today we're doing a follow-up video to our previous one that we did. That was the Blackberry Bold 9000 versus the Nokia E71. Today we bring you the Nokia E72 versus the Blackberry Bold 9700. As you can see, the 9700 is slightly more stout when compared to its E72 brethren, and the E72 also benefits from a slightly more thin form. Either device obviously takes styling cues from its predecessor. With the Bold, you still maintain the faux leather back that the 9000 had, and the E72 still has its, I guess, patented aluminum rear. The screen size on either one, the 9700 has a 480 by 360 2.4-inch screen, whereas the E72 still has the same 320 by 240 LCD that the E71 had. The 9700 has an optical trackpad, which has become now standard since the Blackberry 8520 was released, which I actually think is much better than the trackball that plagued the 8800 through the Curve series, including the Pearl. It's much more precise, precision is key, and can move in many, many different directions. The E72 also has the same type of optical trackpad technology, although I'm not crazy about it simply because it's impeded by the 5-way directional pad, which still functions, but it is a little bit limiting. Both devices contain a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is also apparently now standard, which is nice for when you have standard size headphones and you don't need a 2.5mm converter. Both are business-centric devices. You have a full QWERTY keypad with either, Wi-Fi, GPS, all of that noise. We have 3G on either device. The 9700, you can get a T-Mobile branded one, which has the AWS 3G bands, or the AT&T branded, which contains the normal American bands, whereas the E72, there's one flavor, and that is the HSDPA 850 1900 3G bands. Both also contain Bluetooth with stereo Bluetooth. The E71 has Bluetooth 2.0. The 9700, excuse me, has Bluetooth 2.1. In terms of optics, the E72 contains a 5 megapixel camera, and the 9700 has a 3.2 megapixel camera. The difference is noticeable only because the E72's camera is a little bit lacking. It is a 5 megapixel bump, but it's not significant enough, which is surprising considering Nokia's history with optics. The 3.2 megapixel camera on the 9700 is augmented by its higher resolution screen, and let's face it, that's going to enhance any photo. Both are similarly spec'd when it comes to their processors. We have a 600 megahertz ARM processor, ARM11 processor in the E72, and a 624 megahertz processor in the 9700. Both contain, as business-centric devices normally do, they have document suites such as Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, and each has a respective email client. With Blackberry, you get the now commonplace push email, and the E72 now offers Exchange support right out of the box. Overall, I would have to say that the 9700 is more of an improvement than the E72. S60 still appears dated, as you can see, although it is stable and there are tons of apps for it. But the headway Research in Motion is making with the Blackberry operating system is very noticeable. This is far more refined than OS 4.6 that was around last year, or even OS 4.7. 5.0 is a very big jump. We have a new messaging layout, which obviously hasn't changed in S60. Although we do have Feature Pack 2 on the E72, which provides screen transitions and a bit of a more refined operating system. I still think that the 9700 is the way to go over these two, and that's as an E71 owner. I don't know. I think that Research in Motion has a long way to go, but they're actually attaining it. Nokia seems to be split with its operating system, with MAMO 5 coming out and S60, I guess, falling behind. So it'll be interesting to see what either company does in the future, but for now I would say that, you know, the 9700 trumps the E72. Thanks a lot, and hope to see you soon.